What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the next video in learning Python object-oriented programming. My name is Curious Dan and you guys watching my channel Coraywood. Alright, so in the previous video we have introduced you guys about the idea of inheritance, and as I said, among programming is quite acceptable. You guys can call the base class super class, or you can call it a parent class, or derived class. You can call it child class. Alright, so now in this video we're gonna introduce you guys. There are different types of inheritance in Python. The first one is single class inheritance. Alright, what's a single class inheritance? Okay, what's a single class inheritance? So in the previous video we have created the base class, which is class animal, and we created only one child class. This is called single class inheritance. So if you minus these two, the dog and tiger, which inherits from the class animal, this is called single class inheritance. And the next one, as we said, is hierarchical inheritance. Also, what's a hierarchical inheritance? Hierarchical inheritance is that we have one class, and we have many child class. So we have even though our child class doesn't have anything inside function, you guys can include a function as well, but they all inherit from one class. So if, for example, if there is one parent, you can put it one single parent here, child 1, and it's child 2, and it's child 3 in our case, because if you guys look closely, we have class 1 parent, and it has a method, and it has a 2 method, but we have 3 child classes, so class cat, class dog, and class dog. This is called hierarchical inheritance. Alright, so we have putting these ones out of the way. Then we have multiple inheritance. So there is multiple inheritance. Then we have a multi-level inheritance. And we have a hybrid inheritance. Alright, so inherit. So all in all, we have 5 inheritance. So the first one is a single class inheritance, as I explained before. The second one is a hierarchical inheritance, as I already explained. Then we're going to see the multiple inheritance. So what's a multiple inheritance? For example, if you have we all have a mother and father. That's because we all have say, for example, mother and father. And keep in mind that if you put this one, mother and father, as your base class, and the child gonna inherit everything from the mother and father. Multi-level inheritance. Multi-level inheritance, you guys can say for example, if you have a grand, for example, mother, then if you have then mother, then you, for example, because you have a grandmother, and then we have a mother, and then us, for example. That's called multi-level inheritance. And the last is very complicated. The last one is hybrid inheritance. Hybrid is like consists of many classes. Say, for example, if you have class A, for example, then you have a class B, for example, then this class A and B are say parent class. Then you have class C, and class A and B are both parent class to this class C. So, and this class A have another class here, for example, class D. This class D, this class A is a parent to class D, for example. Then you can think of like cousins, all these. So this guy now to this guy, they are cousins, for example. So this cousin class D have 2 more child classes. So it's have a class, say for example E, and it has a class F. This is called hybrid. So if I put this guy here, So now this class, say for example, grandfather and class grandmother, for example, have a child called C, and this grandfather have another say somewhere child. This is the parent of this class, but not this class, not this class B. So now you can think of this class as a brother or sister, or you can call it cousin, whatever you want to call it. So this class D is a parent to class E and class F. This is called hybrid inheritance. So we're going to see the multiple inheritance. So we're going to create another file. I'm going to put it a little bit close. So I'm going to go here. Say for example, I'm going to create two parent classes, and we're going to go here. We're going to say Python file. We put a multi. You can put it inheritance. So you can create a multiple inheritance. I'm going to close this. So as I said, multi inheritance is I'm going to create here. Alright, so multi inheritance. Multiple inheritance when we have two base classes, and you can have one or more, for example child classes. You can have more than one, but the main one is that because you have two base classes, just like mom and dad. For example, we have mom and dad. Mom and dad are two base classes because without the two base class, there is no way you can have a child class, just like in real life. So for example, if we have a class mom, for example, and say for example name, we put a mom name, and we are gonna put it empty. So we gonna put another method. We put a define, for example mother. So we're gonna define mother, and here we put a print. So what we're gonna put inside the print, the mother name is, and we want to find out the mother name. We put a self. So self dot mother name. You can change this one. You can put mother name, for example, mother name. You can change this one as mother name. So now we have one class. So keep in mind this is our base class. So base class 1. Alright, so if you guys want to copy this one to make it quick, you can paste the whole ones here. You can make the base class, for example 2, and here we can put it class dad, and you can put a father name and class father, and you can call father name, for example father name. Alright, so father name is, now we have two. You can put it in another context of say for example we have done here, say we have done animal A or animal B, or say for example clinics and hospitals, or vehicles, or planes, things like that. You can put in another concept, but the most straightforward is you guys are gonna put in normal, just like everyday normal life. We're gonna see this one, so make sure you put your methods or lowercase. We can't put it uppercase, so that's what we're getting error. So you have to make sure you put your method lowercase. Class always gonna be uppercase. Your attributes here we have lowercase, the first one, and especially your methods in Python, you guys need to put it in lowercase. So now we can create, say I'm gonna make it all close to each other. So now we're gonna create for example derived class. So I'm gonna put it derived class. What's a class? For example, class child, for example, our class, the first kid. So what's the class child is gonna do from the mom, and inherits from the dad. So now this class child have its own, maybe you can guys can create say own. For example, you can put a child, for example, name. So the child, we're gonna leave it empty, just like here we put it for father name, mother name, or you can put a child name, or you can put a my name. For example, we can create a method now. Our method is gonna be my name. So defined my name, for example, and this is gonna be our method. Then we're gonna have another method, and it's gonna be define my parents, for example, my parent, our parents. You can put a parents. All right, so now what's defined my name? My name is, we're gonna have a child name. So if you're gonna copy this guy here, and we can put a, say here, we can put the my name is my name is self dot child name, and here my parents. Say for example, now we're gonna put a parents. What are you gonna put a parent here? We're gonna put a print, and now you're gonna put you guys needs to use this guys here, the mother and the father. Say mother name, we can use these ones. We can use this one freely with no issues in our child here, in our child we can put a child class. So we can put a my mother, and here you can put a here, make sure you can put a your format here. So we can put a self dot mother name, and you can put a, say for example here, now you can put another one, father name. If you remove all, you can put a father name, and my father, for example. You can put it in your own context, no problem. So you can put a 2 colon here to make it more organized. Now we're gonna create our special method, or you guys can go in any of these. Say for example here, we're gonna copy the all, because we are feeling a bit lazy to put it all the time. So we have our main, we have our main here. Now what we're gonna do in our main, we're gonna instantiate all. So how we're going to instantiate this one? We're going to instantiate the child one first. So we're going to put a child, we instantiate the child, and we're going to father and mother. Okay, so I'm going to put everything close a little bit so you guys can see the whole picture here. So here, and if you put a child or a ch, we can put a child. All right, so now that we have instantiated this class child, now we're gonna go here in our coding. Say for example we put a ch, we're gonna put a, for example, father name, we put it Adam, and we put a ch dot, we put a, say for example, mother name, we put a Eve. And what we're gonna put it here, this guy here, my name, for example, here we put a ch dot here child name, for example, and you can put a, say for example, Moses, for example. You can put any name you guys like, Abraham, Moses, whatever you guys like, you can put it here. So, and we can put a ch dot parents here, my parents here, my parents, and you can put it here, copy, you can put it on top of this guy here. Keep in mind this is just example, so don't go on things that this is the real, because it's not a real, it's just a made up names. You can put a XYZ, A, B, C, no problem. The main thing is that you guys understand the inheritance, because we have a 2 base class. We have a class mom, mother, and we have a class dad, which is the father, and we have a class child, which is this class child is inheriting from the mom and dad, and this class child have its own for example method, my name, and at the same time this class child using the attributes of the mother and attributes of the father. Then we have put it here. So because this child class have say for example child name here, we can put it here. So you can put it, or you can put it anything you like. So here for example you can put a for example child name, or you can put a say for example my name, for example ch.my name, my name, for example. Alright, so now we gonna run our program. We put a save and run here and run multi-inheritance, and we're gonna see the multi-inheritance. So the first one is my name is Moses, my mother name is Eve, and my father name is Adam. How cool is this? Very easy to program. Keep in mind the mother and the father is the base class, and this is a child class. Moses, where it says Moses is child class, this is coming from the child, this is coming from here. And keep in mind this child class now getting all the attributes of the mother and the father. And where is this all here? They are in the base class 1 and the base class 2. So this is the multiple inheritance in Python. Alright guys, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe my channel Cryowood. If you guys have any question or comment, leave in the comment box. Otherwise I'll see you guys in the next video, and bye.